guys, Alex here, and I just wanted to give you another WGU pre-study update. I have both good news and I have a bit of bad news. I'll say the good news first. I passed calculus in about 5 days. I have not taken a math class since I was a sophomore in high school, Algebra 2, and I was able to complete it in about 5 days. Now, I'm going to caveat to say that it was on Sophia. It was open book. So I was able to look at the question, go back through the material, and basically find the answer. Do I have a full grasp, 100% knowledge if you quiz me on calculus right now? No. However, I don't think it's really relevant to my computer software degree that I master calculus. If it was the case, then I would have fully studied it. But I was able to complete this class in about 5 days. So what I would recommend if you are taking this class, do the quizzes. And I did not even read through the material until I looked at the question. I would look at the question, and then I would then identify within the workbook what question matched the similar question, because they're just swapped numbers, they're always the same, and then you just do the problem. That was my saving grace. I was able to get, I believe, a 91% doing that. And with that said, I was able to finish all of my Sophia classes. I then, after that, on Friday, I actually finished on Friday, which I'm a little late now. I finished it on the 2nd. The same day, I was able to do workplace communication. I did all the quizzes. I knew the touchstone would have to be done. I did that within 1 day. Literally took me 2 hours to finish this class and a half an hour to do the milestone, and it got graded on Monday, which, I ended up with a 97 on the class, so I finished these classes. That would mark my complete finishing, which this is a giant sheet, which would finish all my classes from Sophia, which is 10 classes. This doesn't include workplace communication because I didn't realize that. And now I'm almost done. My last class to get the majority of the bulk of it through is discrete math. I have been doing it for the last 2 days, and I finished all the quizzes, and right now I'm just going through preparing for the final. I want to be taking the final by the 9th. And then after that, I will be taking software. After that begins, I guess, sort of what my bad news is. My bad news is I will probably be starting in March, which I initially, if you watch my first video, I wanted to start in February. The reason is you're confined up to 5 tests per month. After I do discrete mathematics, I have done, for month 2 of my studies, would have done 3 classes. These classes in yellow have not been done yet. Now, data structures algorithms, I have completed the quizzes and I got 100% on the assignment, meaning I only need to get a 10% on the final. Now, these 2 here, I have not submitted the assignment. It's done. I need to submit it and see what I have grading. Ideally, I get at least 50%, so that I only need to get about a 50 or 40% on the final. And in software engineering, I did all the quizzes. The assignments were a little harder than I expected, I will not lie. So I need to finish this. And my plan, and basically once I take these 2 tests next week, I should be able to finish by next week, I will have finished my 5 classes for the month. Now this is where things get tricky. My goal is to finish on the 9th, my discrete math class. After that, the weekend I'll probably spend doing, probably tomorrow I'll submit my artificial intelligence. Hopefully if I get near 100%, then I only need a 10% on the final. Don't even need to worry about it. If that's the case, I'll submit tomorrow. But hopefully by Monday they grade it, I can just take it that day, not even prepare. Software engineering, it's the UML model. It seems a lot harder. Like the thing didn't really teach us, so I had to find some outside knowledge in order to do it, or outside resources to do it. So hopefully I can finish software engineering between the weekend. Ideally, I could submit it and I have at least I only need a 50% on the final, so I'm actually going to study a little bit for this to try to get, an 80% on the final, so that even if my project sucks, because I'm trying to get through as fast as I can, it'll be done. Now, this is the problem. Assuming everything goes well, 15th, I'll probably have these 2 classes out of the way. And the only thing stopping me is taking the final, which is my Data Structures and Algorithms 1 class, which my renewal date starts the 19th. Now, the problem, if you've been following along with how WG works, you need to have everything in by January 1st. Like, it needs to be submitted and approved. The first of the month before you start, which I want to start in February. Now, if I stay up late night, my plan is this. I'm going to stay up late on the 18th, midnight when I renew. I'm basically going to take the final Data Structure and Algorithm as fast as I can. Again, I only need a 10%, and I know enough just to kind of get through it. I am going to send an email to study.com. I do not know whether this is going to work or not, but I will send an email to study.com and ask them to expedite my studies, or basically it being reviewed. In a perfect world, it's reviewed by the 21st, which is not likely, but I'm saying in a perfect world. I'm going to say everything in a perfect world. By the 21st, I will then send my transcripts to WGU, and I'm going to pray and hope that in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 business days, they can receive my transcript. And of course, when I send my transcripts on the 21st, I'm going to send them an email as well, asking them to expedite the process. In a perfect world, it's done by the 30th, and I'm going to be able to enroll by February. Now, that is all in the perfect world. It is very unlikely that's actually going to happen, and I'm going to be quite frank with that. I do not believe that's going to happen, but a man can hope. That's going to be my goal. Likely, though, what's going to happen is it's going to take... The other caveat with this is I want it to be miracle pace on the worst weekend to do it, which is holiday week. Very unlikely this is all going to happen. What's going to be more realistic is I'm going to get it submitted, and it's going to be approved sometime in January, and it'll be ready by the 1st of February, and then I will start March. Now, it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. The good case, if it gets delayed by another month, if I'm done by the 19th, I will pre-study my classes, which I was already planning on doing with the first 30 days in January, but it gives me more time to pre-study. So these are the classes that, if I've done my math correct, I will have 12 classes to take when I enroll. Now, I've been told the ethics and natural science lab are very easy classes. Most people can get them in a day. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I'm going to take that with a grain of salt and probably assume I don't need to pre-study these. Computer architecture, I found some good Quizlets that are from Reddit that people have said that they have taken that are relatively new, that have taken within the last couple months, that I'm going to pre-study. Discrete Math 2, there's a bunch of Reddit posts that are talking about certain playlists to go through. I'm going to go through it. And I've also heard that a lot of the overlap from Discrete 1 from study.com actually overlaps with Discrete Math 2, which is good. Scripting and programming, it's C++, which I don't know C++. Of course, I'm just going to go YouTube a C++ tutorial. I found a guy who actually found a lookalike project that helped him to complete whatever project is. I don't know what project it is, but he said this was almost very similar to it. Software 1, Software 2, Java. I'm going to take a Java class. I have Code with Mosh, recommended by Joff McAdor. And then Data Structures and Algorithms 2. I have both Algo Expert, and then I have a Python class as well. Python Udemy class by Zero to Mastery. I'm going to learn the Python and then learn how to implement the data structures, trees and whatnot, stacks, all from Python. Get that already. So when I do these classes, my goal is to knock out these 8 classes as soon as humanly possible, and then work on these ones, which should be the harder ones, because I would have no pre-study on them. Now, I can only pre-study so many classes, and I know you cannot choose your order of your classes. However, either way you look at it, pre-studying will give me an edge no matter what. And yeah, pre-studying, I will have plenty of time to do it in 2 months. I will have barely any time to do it in 1 month. If I were to, let's just say, do it only in January, I'd probably, I know there's a 10-hour lecture video on all computer architecture. I'll probably try to watch that in like a weekend, maybe like this weekend. And then there's like 700 flashcards that you can use that I'd probably start early, so then like over the course of the months, like I can continue to keep going and studying it. Discrete math 2, there's about a 10-hour study video. I'm going to, basically take notes on that. And then, yeah, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I'll probably be for another thing. But if I have 2 months, it's going to give me a lot more time to fully pre-study and understand these topics so that when I get in, I can just slam them out. And yeah, that is my update. Let me know if you have any questions. And I am looking forward to getting this started. I hope I can expedite this. Who knows if I can. If not, whatever. It'll help me out in the long run. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll see you in the next update.